Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87, and this is Let's Play Trails in the Sky, 2nd chapter, part 94. In the last video, we fought off against Loe the Blade Lord, and actually managed to cinch victory. Somehow, someway, we did it. Who knows how we were able to do it, but we did, in fact, beat Loe. So the real question here is, how do we beat this guy? Because basically, Joshua got kidnapped, or turned into a puppet and then kidnapped, and then it threw us into a boss fight right after. So I'm a little worried. Not gonna lie. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a tad bit worried right now. I don't know what we should do. I mean, let's go for the blue impact. We should probably try and group people up so we can Earth Wall. These aren't necessarily the greatest characters for this, but they're not the worst either. Agate's a little... okay. Think you can clock this guy down? We'll give it a shot. You can. Agate does know clock up EX, so let's start working on that. Our damage output's a little on the low side. Don't like that. Okay, that hits everyone. You will be able to cast it in time. You just don't know that you're going to be able to cast it in time. So okay, if we ever cast a spell, we have to make sure it gets off before his attack. We've got really good momentum going for us right now. Okay, 4,000, that hurts. Definitely hurts, not gonna lie. We're about to get a free 50 CP though. And there is a crit coming up. So far this seems like a fairly straightforward fight, which is what I would hope. So heal Agate, and then Estelle ults. Wait, Estelle was she casting a spell? I forgot. Oh well, that's 4,000. El Claw? Is that like electricity claw? Okay, that did less damage than his normal attack. So I'd be lying if I said I was really I think this guy's more of just I mean, he can't make him too hard if you're only going to let us have 3 party members and do it right after another boss fight. Okay, so not ult Agate, but heal Agate, and then I missed almost. I was almost not fast enough. That's a 5,000. Now, I really would like to get the chance to save the game. Especially, like, because the thing reason I was so worried about a second boss fight is because if it's hard, and we had to, like, reorient our party for it, then, we would have to redo the Loe fight, which is terrifying. So, I don't know what to do with you. Can you get an Earth Wall? Can you cast any spells before he gets to go? No. So then I guess just kind of chill. He's almost dead. We'll save Oliver's ult. I mean, there's not really any reason to. It's kind of, it was like, it was doing some damage for a little while, and now it's kind of back into the Garbo tier. It was like when we first got it, it was like, oh, okay, that's like, he does damage again with his ult, and now it's like back in the... That does no damage. Physical spells are highly balanced and very much equivalent to magic spells, okay? And like, really, I guess the only benefit physical has is... well, most of your ults, I think, work off physical damage, and it's easier to buff yourself, or like to buff them, compared to other things. Like, there's items that buff strength, there's not really any items that buff arts. Like status effects, I guess. I mean, he's dead, he just doesn't know it yet. Does he explode? Hope not. Okay, he is powered down. No explosions. No Sapith. Granted, I didn't really think the Lowe fight was like a point of no return, which is what it looks like. Okay, there's at least a healing machine. We're definitely we're lean on resources. We're almost out of celestial bombs, which is worrying. I didn't realize, I kind of forgot we got that resurrect jelly recipe, and I made a couple off screen, but we didn't have enough ingredients to make a bunch. But I mean, those are like, they're 1,500 heals, or 15,000 heals that restore from KO. They're basically celestial bombs. Do you feel the air pulses with barely contained power? There can be no mistake. Our boy in the Aureole must be just ahead of here. They have to be, I think. Guys, this will probably be our last fight. This is where we're going to stop Ouroboros and the shutdown phenomenon. And it's going to be where we free Joshua and Weissman once for all. Please give me everything you still have. Like you get anything less. Always, my Rose. Come, the curtain rises on the final scene. Oh, that reminds me, while I'm thinking about it. Also, we need to... I mean, if there's ever a time for proxy puppets, it's now. Freeze, petrify. What is that gladiator belt? Is that the... That's the auto CP up. So we definitely want that. I guess on Estelle. You've already got one. Any orbments we need to do? I don't think so. I think this is all still... Wait, didn't we, I thought we gave someone HP. Was it Josh? We have Josh with the HP one, so he would survive the ult. Yeah. You've already got max HP. Okay, let's go. Please activate the healing machine. We don't really need it, but... Yeah, I kind of thought there'd be a bit more warning, because I mean, you know... I kind of assumed it was we were going to fight Lowe, and then, you know, you'd have like a little actual point of no return. We'd be able to go back to the Aureole, stock up on items, spend all our Sapith, and then do the final fight, but apparently not. Apparently Lowe was indeed it. Yeah, there are some enemies here, which makes sense, I guess, if you know, need to grind per se. Granted, I think we're pretty much, not at max level, but like we're at realistically the highest level we can be. Welcome everyone, welcome to the home of all that is sacred. So we're gonna fight them together? That sounds hard, dude. Joshua? You passed the final trial. Excellent, excellent. Be proud you are worthy to present for the resurrection of the Shining Ring, the Aureole. Yeah, not interested in that at all, thanks. I'm here to stop all this stupid weirdness. And I'm here to get Joshua back. Oh yes, sadly, I'm afraid that won't be happening. What do you mean, Joshua? Hey! No matter how hard you try to deny it, the truth remains. Joshua's mind is little more than a construct. The stigma on his shoulder is proof. Proof that he is of Ouroboros, that he is my possession. Come on, dude. Have you ever, like... This is a classic plotline right here. You ever read a book? We know how this is going to turn out. His love for Estelle is going to let him break free of the stigma. We're going to have to fight him, of course. But after we beat him, he'll come to his senses, and then we'll have him for the real final boss fight. Perhaps if Joshua had somehow erased the stigma of his own will, he could have found release. But alas, he never managed to get that far. It would be best if I kept him as a research subject for a bit longer. Keep talking, pal, to make beating you in the face that much sweeter. You are so revolting, it almost moves a man to poetry. Dang. That's a high-level insult right there from old Oliver. Goodness me, such insults and how impotent they are. You see, I suspect Joshua realized very quickly what the stigma on his shoulder meant. Surely he knew something like this exact situation would occur. Ooh, maybe that's why he ran away. Yet he never breathed a word of his troubles to any of you, did he? Not even a whisper. And conversely, none of you are sensitive enough to notice his pain. What power these bonds of yours have. What complete earth-shaking potential. But come now, there's no need for long faces. You have been granted the privilege of being here for this glorious moment. All that remains now is to make the correct choice. Privilege? Choice? What are you going on about? Perhaps I should start from the very beginning. How much do you know, I wonder? Well, we know a decent bit. About the city and the events that occurred here at the Aureole nearly 1,200 years before our time? So that truly is the Aureole. It most certainly is. One of the ultimate artifacts, capable of producing literally endless power and shaping miracles with it. But the ancients sealed it away, despite its limitless, science-shattering potential. Why do you think they would do such a thing? Yo, I've read the data logs. The data left in the tower said it was having a bad influence on the people in society. Ah, you actually managed to put all this together, did you? I will make this quick then. Allow me to play the role of Professor once more and elucidate the truth on the matter. Millennia ago, Adios to the Sky granted humanity the 7 treasures. For brevity's sake, we'll say each one utilized a facet of reality in order to manifest miracles in their own way. Humanity split into 7 factions, each centered around a treasure, to pursue an ideal based on the powers of the given treasure. One such ideal was this Liber Ark, a city in the sky with the Aureole at its center. A paradise removed from the troubles of the ground, where each man's gospel could grant him any wish through the Aureole. Yo, this is Bioshock. Mankind lived a bountiful life here, absolutely free of strife. Over time, however, people's lives were swallowed up in the artificial bliss granted to them by the Aureole. Granted, this game's kind of old. It may actually... I think it's as old as at least the first Bioshock. Not just physical ecstasy, but even dreams were provided by the Aureole, false realities granted people long-sought spiritual fulfillment. The people of Liber Ark depended on miracles. They were all but a narcotic, began treading on the path of annihilation. The Ark's inhabitants lost almost all sense of ambition and ethics and slid into madness and despair. Birth rates dropped catastrophically while suicide and bizarre crime ran rampant, and the whole of society walked the path to a slow demise. But the Aureole passed no judgment on these people. It merely granted the miracles they asked of. And so the shining jewel of the sky became a den of evil and chaos. That was the situation Celeste Oslis and her conspirators faced over 1,000 years ago. Okay, so if they split into 7 different factions, that means there's like 7 or 6 other ancient civilizations besides the Zemurians, or are they all considered Zemurians? That's still one thing that I'm not entirely clear on. And then I guess that means the Aureole is the Great Collapse, leaving the Aureole. But it made it seem like the Great Collapse was something that happened to them while they were on the ground. Because there are still like remnants of the Zemurians, like the ruins and stuff. I thought. Maybe I'm kind of misremembering some things. They built the seal and the device towers even as they fought off the guardians of the Aureole, which had sent forth to save itself. And at last they sealed not just the Aureole, but the entire city in another dimension. That's what happened 1,200 years ago? It does ultimately fit with what we've seen. Damn, that's messed up. I will grant that the Elder Osluses did quite well given the circumstances. But think for a moment. The cost of Celeste's victory was humanity being cast forth into a land of chaos, forced to start again from nearly nothing. Think of all the suffering man endured then and endures now as man savages one another with endless petty wars. Can it truly be said that she made the right decision? Well, on the other hand, we have gained or regained orbital technology and once again live bountiful, easy lives. At this rate, only 2 ends are possible. Either we continuously seek to dominate one another and unable to control ourselves, obliterate each other in an orgy of conflict. Or like the people of old, we sink into narcotic self-pleasure, let automated systems run the world and live as farm animals. Either physical or mental annihilation awaits. There is but one single path for humanity if it wishes to survive. The beasts of mankind must be led to the point where they obtain the two things required for true enlightened sentience. A flawless rationality capable of resisting any temptation and unswayed by even the fiercest circumstances. And peerless intelligence ever capable of finding the correct solution, unmoved by crude emotion. So you want us to be computers, got it. That is the true goal of the gospel plan, to do what even the ancients could not, to advance our minds to what they should be. An ambitious goal, if nothing else. You're screwed in the head, pal. I would so appreciate it if you would not look on me as I was some megalomaniacal? Never seen it written like that. Lunatic. Man cannot help but change and reform through fear when confronted with something beyond his imagination. In what sense, what better tools exist to drive evolution forward than the Aureole? I will guide mankind onto the correct path to salvation with this great treasure from Adios. That is my duty as one of the Onwas, my duty to Ouroboros and its master. Boy, I bet you're a real hit at parties. Not. The shirt is black, not. What? What's this? A flawless rationality capable of resisting any temptation and unswayed by even the fiercest circumstances? Peerless intelligence ever incapable of finding the correct solution, unmoved by crude emotion? What's the point of any of that? It seems as if someone was sleeping during the lecture. As I said, mankind faces annihilation through either conflict or mental entropy. The only way we can... No, I heard the lecture just fine. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to say is, isn't there something we can do about the problems you described if we know they exist? It's like Joshua said to Loe, we aren't completely powerless. They might not be guided by flawless, peerless, whatever, but everyone's working together to get through the crisis going on right now. I've gone across all of Liber and seen it with my own eyes. Don't you think we're capable of getting along just fine without some kind of forceful grand transformation? Really now, eking out survival by flocking together is how beasts and insects live. Is that really all you have to offer in the potential of humanity as it stands now? Is there anything else I need to offer? Is there a problem with being the same? I mean, we're living beings too, you know. And heck, aren't I just talking about the strength of life? For some reason, the way that was worded made my brain not work. What? I don't think people are just animals, of course. I think that living honestly with that spark of life from others as your driving force, that's what it means to live. People don't need to be omnipotent super beings or whatever you want them to be. People just need to be aware of one another and help each other out. That sounds like frickin' commie talk to me, boys. You know what? I bet the people who sealed the Aureole away in the first place felt the same way. I mean, sure, making miracles mundane and relying on nothing but them is really bad by itself. But the biggest problem there, more than anything, is that it makes it so there's no point in knowing or helping each other. That's just awful. Damn right. Right before the final act comes to a close, our hero line delivers a marvelous rebuttal. Man cannot live without other men, even if he is a god. You speak true words of wisdom, Estelle. Still sticking to the mutual assistance argument, invoking the power of human bonds of all things. Anime friendship conquers all things. I would ask you to read a history book before saying just nonsense, Miss Sprite. As an example, consider the overpowering, nation-crushing machine called war. Is man not only capable of being ground beneath its treads? Absolutely not. In the middle of the biggest war in Liberal's history, my mother gave her life to save mine. And because of that, I chose the path of a bracer. Now look at me. I'm here to stop the crisis you caused and prevent another war from breaking out. All thanks, in the end, to my mother. Hell, I'd say you just made my point for me. People are not powerless, not against anything. You're good at trite answers, if nothing else. If you really seriously believe people are powerless, and if you really convince yourself that humanity can only be saved by turning us into emotionless super beings, then that makes you really pathetic, I think. What? I mean, that'd mean you'd never known the joy of trusting someone or helping them. Think that your only smug satisfaction comes from watching people struggle? That's too sad. But even if I feel sorry for you, I am a bracer. I can't ignore the fact that you're getting a lot of people involved in your little pity party. Sorry, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to stop you, by force. You ignorant little girl, how dare you talk to me like that? Very well, then the professor would like for you to prove your theory. Oh no. Oh no. What the? Can't move! What? Do be patient for a moment, everyone. I promise this will be quite a show. Ooh, 1v1 duel against Joshua? What are you planning, Weissman? Joshua, forward. Now, in game mechanics terms, Joshua destroys Estelle because of Flick, but, you know. And even in the game lore, Joshua's a much more badass than Estelle. Like, outside of the game, like, outside of, like, actual fights, like, in the game itself. Come, Miss Bright, do show me. You claim humanity can stand against forces larger than it? Show me proof you can stand against despair. Fine. Okay. Okay, is it a real fight? It's not a real fight. Ooh, Phantom Raid got changed. Because in the animation originally, it shows the Ouroboros sickle getting like cracked. Okay, yeah, cool. I mean, it's not like I wanted to live anyway or anything. Joshua. Quite an impressive move. Leaving him with the Divine Blade for a while seems to have paid off nicely. It does always feel good to see a product of one's craft at home to an even finer edge. Don't call him a product, you fuck. And now for the climax of our little show. Joshua, seize her. Yo, the music cut out. Here we go. Time for emotional break Joshua out of his mind control. And thus the strength of humanity proves to be nothing more than a house of cards before a hurricane. But I am an academic after all. I do understand the necessity of proof. So we'll have Joshua provide the final test. What? What indeed? It'll be a simple experiment. Go and have Joshua in your life. Once you are dead by his hand, it will break his hypnosis and return him to his senses. You can't! I do wonder what kind of expression Joshua will have on seeing you dead at his feet. Doesn't it just get your blood pumping? Don't even think about it. If you do that, Joshua would... Yes, this time his heart may just be crushed to powder. If that happens, however, all I need to do is construct him a new persona. And then I can offer him the chance to become human yet again and observe the results. I can hardly wait. Stop! It's just too cruel! Isn't it? Now come, Joshua, end her. Please don't stab me. I'm sorry. I said I wouldn't die. I promised I'd walk with you. Joshua, awaken! But I believe in you. Joshua, don't give in. Don't run away from reality, even if I die. To be honest, if you did die, I'm not sure I could face reality. Oh, was he faking? Oh, his tattoo, it's blue now. I think. What? Yo, was he faking the whole time, or did he just break out of it right then? About time he snapped out of it. Yo, someone hit me with a celestial bomb. Sorry, Estelle. I didn't mean to scare you like that. So he had probably already planned it out. This is absurd. He can't possibly reclaim this will with the... Wait. The stigma. What happened to the stigma on your shoulder? Okay, it's gone completely. Oh yeah, that. The stigma you carved in my flesh and mind is gone. Thanks to you, it has been shattered. But how? I had a hypnotic wedge of sorts jammed into the stigma, keyed to a particular command. I've been poking at the wedge of my own since then, getting it ready to shatter the stigma the instant someone put pressure on it. What? A what now? Oh, that's what he was doing with Kevin! When that thing where he said he needed to go do something, and then Kevin was like, oh, we gotta perform like an operation or something. That's what it was. Yeah, because Kevin could do his, he could dispel the mind control stuff. A wedge? I was afraid I wouldn't be able to keep our promise the way things are going. So I asked Kevin for a little hypnotic assistance after we crashed. Kevin? This is Kevin Graham's doing, is it? I thought he was just a fledgling little squire, but it seems I underestimated his bag of cute tricks. A mistake I'll not repeat. At this point, I owe him my freedom and my life. Of course, I owe someone else the same for pointing me in the right direction. What? Who else? Oh, come on, dude. Don't be that dense. Cassius Bright, damn you! Dad? What is this? Oh, the letter! I forgot about the letter, dude. Yes, that's why I wanted to make sure I only read the letter, just in case anyone was listening in. I suspect your best chance of breaking the curse lies in Father Kevin's hands. How to use that key is a decision that must be yours alone to make, so he knew about it. Win your freedom by predicting what Weissman will do. Yeah, that's the old man, alright. Oh, for crying out, Dad could have dropped me a hint about this at least. Honestly, I've been worried about it for a long time. I kept wondering what you would do, make me do if you took control of me again. And so, knowing you, I decided to bet on everything on one idea. But you couldn't possibly resist ordering me to do the one thing I feared the most. And sure enough, you ordered it, and that broke the stigma. I'm finally completely free of you. You foolish little child. If you had just obeyed me, you could have aspired to such heights. I could have advanced you in ways you couldn't dream of. Much like how Estelle turned you down once, I really have no interest in any of that. Besides, if I learned anything in this whole journey, it's that one's path in life isn't given by someone else. It's something you find with others, as you search for it, no matter how dark your surroundings. Absurd. The history of man is stained with the blood of fools who tried finding your path. Without a guiding light to shine on the road, they shall remain lost. You're wrong. We use the light we give off. Oh my god, dude, this is. Oh, it's wearing me down, all this dialogue. It's like, you know, it's an intense dialogue, too. We use the light we give off to find our way together. That is how we found our way here through all of your cynical traps. That's right. You do like your speeches, don't you, you shambling wreck of an enforcer? Show me, then. Show me this light you claim will guide you through the darkness. Okay. Dude, he's Hugo from Yeast Origin. I shall show you in turn. The blinding light of a loyal servant of the Grand Master, the power of the Faceless, one of the Anguis. Bring it on! The one being blinded here is you. Okay, what do we got? So this is, I doubt this is the final boss. I feel like it's going to be kind of like the first game, where there's going to be something else going to come up and fight us. I mean, so we got to try out our bag of tricks. You orbital down, because you're the only one who can do that. We'll try clock down. I don't know if it's going to work. How much HP do these things have? They have 8,000. Driven by the user's brainwaves. Known as the Faces, uses forbidden curses. Oh lord, he coming. Okay, he didn't quite make it. Just focus on buffs for now. Don't have AA canceling. Oh, lol. That cancel our spell? It didn't cancel our spell. Oh, fuck, dude. Okay, you can speed down the other guys, but you can't speed down, That's about what I expected, in all honesty. Okay, you can ADF them. At least the little guys. Hit us with seal. I think is this seal or mute? I don't know. Oh fuck, we don't wait. Do we not have our cures all things? I think this is seal, but it could be mute. Don't like that. Okay. Okay. I see. That's how it's gonna be. Does he come back, or is he just dead? Ooh, this is
We're good to go.
not the best of situations. Thank you. Don't seal it. I mean, it's not like that's fucking broken or anything. Okay, they're only going for a turn. They do lose all their EP, which is, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I was a huge fan of that. We can't Aureole in time. Let's just make sure we get some damage out. And honestly go ahead and ult. I should kill these two. Oh, it almost killed all of them. Dark Matter EX. Does that actually draw us together? Ooh. Ooh, that's bad. I was gonna say, maybe drawing us together isn't awful, but against my better judgment, go for the AoE heal. That should let us stay alive. Okay. He still gains CP while he's gone, and Joshua's back. Now we don't have too many T's left, but
take that.
That'll kill one. Okay, that killed both of them. So this is where the fun begins. I have a feeling. Yeah, this is definitely. He's either got a second phase. There's no way this is the actual final boss, though. I feel pretty confident saying that. Just go for a regular, not big boy heal, but like a moderately sized boy heal. Another dimension, so that's his ult. Hopefully Joshua lives. Everyone lived. Okay. And you'll get to go immediately after. Oh, the power of speed. Heal yourself. Can you Earthwall? You can, but if he does that again... Hey guys, I'm back, JK. I mean, we're slowly wearing him down. I don't want to use my tier alls. Ooh, is that gonna AT delay us? That did AT delay us. Joshua resisted apparently. I guess because of his thingy. I doubt. Here's what you do. What do you do here actually? If you flick, you would not be able to ult, right? True Cloak and Dagger. Your True Cloak and Dagger. That moves you forward though, doesn't it? Yo, we could throw an Aurora Ball at him. That's the play right there. Freaking chunk a ball of food at him. Okay, only did it's only 1,000 damage. That's actually kind of low. Okay, so you can flick now. You can at least But no, I wanted you to ult with this. I messed up. I kind of wasn't paying attention. Because I was like, oh yeah, we can get the crit, and then we can crit again. I don't know why I was thinking that would work. Okay. So he's gonna banish someone. Or will he? Will he actually banish someone, or will he merely try to banish someone? Okay, in case you banish, we could kill you, but we're gonna... There's definitely a second phase. Don't be a stealth. Anyone but a stealth. Oh, don't like that. Because that means we're out of EP. Okay. First phase down.
We're not done yet.
Please give me some oh, no one's gonna get levels except for Agate. Wait, yeah, Oliver will get a level. Oliver got a level. Estelle did not get a level, I don't think. So Oliver, he already had full EP though. Oh my, what a shock. I think that you'd be so damn tenacious. Hey Professor, about time you dropped that holier than thou act. Also, I need to check. How much recording space do I have left? Oh, I got 6 gigs. Oh shit. That's like one more video. My hard drive is fucking fully loaded, dude, with so many videos. Pathetic. You haven't even realized you're standing on your graves. What? Weissman, what are you doing? Oh, is he gonna merge the Aureole or something? I intended to offer the Grand Master like this, but I must change my plans. It's time you realize just what it means to oppose me. Looking like he's merging with the Aureole. So this is probably our real final boss. Man, it sucks that he banished Estelle at the last second there. Because we're going to have to waste his turn getting MP back, and that... He wouldn't. He can't be. How would he become one with the Aureole? Okay, he turned into a monster. This is, he's the final boss of Ys Origin. Really going with the Hugo stuff here. How's that even... You're so beyond kidding me at this point. This overwhelming power can barely stand. Less than 50,000 HP, less than 50,000 HP, less than 50,000 HP. Oh, the sensation, even better than I'd imagined. Shall we experiment then? The power of Apotheus, unflinching reason, indomitable intellect, guiding humanity to the future. Oh lord, he's a big boy. We all get to go first at least. Or we get to go early. How much HP? 75,000? What?
We're good to go.
I'll have you know that we're good to go. I have it on great authority that we are in fact good to go. Okay, so we had to waste a little bit of time. We're not going to get an Earth Wall before he does whatever he's about to do. I wouldn't be doing my due diligence if I didn't try and do our buffs. Godly Lanciana. Instant kill? Okay, we all lived. Okay. Ooh, autosave. There, a lesson learned, I think. A lesson in real power. This is nuts! Our attacks aren't hitting him at all! We didn't even try. I guess because probably under normal circumstances you would try and cast some spells, so we had to go on full guard duty. Or, you know, healing duty. He's got some kind of barrier up. Yo, this actually is the final boss of Ys Origin. It's negated in our arts and our best techniques. Learn, children, the Aureole is in the treasure of space. One of its very many powers is forming an absolute barrier, incomparable to simple orbital arts. You cannot even touch me. You sick, twisted son of a... My goodness. Weissman, let them go. Those eyes, magnificent. You may be a wreck of an enforcer, but oh, what a waste it would be to kill you. I would much prefer to etch another stigma into the depths of your mind. Just as before, I'll give you a renewed sense of hope and then tear it out by the roots and leave you writhing. Nothing pleases me more than to see that shift in your expression from hope to despair. I do so look forward to it. I can't believe this. Forget bad taste. The only word for you at this point is sick. Who is it? Who's our savior? Lowe. Lowe. Get in there, boys. I suppose I should have finished you off. Though really, Loe, what are you planning on doing? A noble sacrifice to redeem himself? Not even your dragon can break the Aureole's barrier. I suppose it can't. I did have a question for you though, Weissman. Just how involved were you in Hamel? Wait, what? Now what a thing to accuse me of. That was purely the fault of the Empire's hawks, no? Why would you ever think I would be involved? Because you're a snake. You appear before people in their moments of weakness and whisper plans into their ears that lead to their destruction. And in doing so, you achieve your goals without ever dirtying your belly. That's just your way of doing things. No, he would... Would he? The ringleaders of the Warhawks were nothing more than political losers who had nowhere else to go. There were a few questions I couldn't answer at first, but even if the war 10 years ago was part of your plan, it then occurred to me everything made sense. I see. It is largely as you surmised. What? Of course, really, all I did was introduce them to a band of Jaeger dropouts I knew and put the name Hamel in their ears. Just doing that was enough to push things to war in the blink of an eye. Simply one more testament to the sinful nature of men. You son of a bitch. Misha died just so you could prove a goddamn point? Astounding. Do you truly seek to be the foulest man in history, monster? I think I'm gonna be sick. I see, essentially as I thought then. You're taking this rather well. Personally, I was hoping you'd be a bit more resentful. Have you forgotten? I've long since learned to stay my anger. However, you knocked me out from behind back there. That is an insult the Blade Lord cannot abide. That alone I shall be paying back in full. What? Let's go. Absurd! The Aureole's barrier is absolute. It cannot be harmed by... Wait, that sword, of course. The sword granted to me by the Grand Master. Just like your staff, it's a demon sword forged without divergent laws. What the fuck? Careless of me. Curse you! Get away! Get away, you insect! I didn't like that noise. Too late. Oh no. Loe! Forget about me! Your path is clear. Strike him down! Loe? You dare strike one such as I? No matter, the absolute barrier is but a trifle of the Aureole's power. I shall bring forth its full force and let you savor the despair. Just try it, you son of a bitch! Okay, you, as a bracer and as a citizen of Liber, more than anything as a human being, I'm taking you down. Weissman, this is the end. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be the end of this video. In the next video, we will fight the final boss. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to beat this game today. This is taking longer than I thought, especially that Loe fight, trying to brute force that shit. That wasted about 30 minutes of precious, well, like 40 minutes of precious time. But that's going to be it for this video. I'm XCheese87. Stay tuned for what may be the finale. Probably not. Probably going to be 2 more videos to knock this all out. But yeah, see you then.